Hi, welcome to Kindred Spirit Readings. Let's begin, Aries. Okay, so let's talk about this. I want to say you're very brave. I want to say loads of things that are just rolling off the tongue. I want to say that I admire you for your strength. I want to also give you so much advice as to what you could be doing to avoid any confrontations this week. You don't have to take the advice, but there is something showing up here. There is a mixed bag for you. The start of the week, what's happening here is it brings in some aggressive behavior. This is not aggressive behavior coming from you. You may question somebody. I'm seeing a male who is older, could be 15 to 20 years older, but they are older nonetheless. They appear as a senior. Their dress sense is a little bit out there, to say the least. And they are behaving in a way, it could be radical. You don't know this person from a bar of soap, which is really, I'm trying to piece the puzzle together. So I'm trying to do my best to try and unwrap whatever this is. You don't know this person, but you come across this person right at the start of the week, and you basically have said something to this person that this person doesn't like. This is just one sort of word of warning as it comes through into your reading. I just had to sort of put it out there for you so that you're aware of it. If you can try to avoid it before it happens, then that would probably be the better option. Now, as I said, you say something to this person, you have not been violent, you've not said anything else that, would affect anybody in any personal kind of way. You've not sworn at them or anything of the sort, but they simply do not like what you have said because you have an opinion and you've just been very upfront about it. It's as simple as that. They don't like it. This person does have the potential to become violent, and they may try to act on impulse. With that being said, try to avoid any confrontations. That is what's coming up. If you can avoid anything, saying or doing, this has nothing to do with, being at any particular place at any particular time. You could simply be, at the right place at the right time. But the advice here is to try and avoid saying something to someone. I am trying to be very specific with what's going on here, but what's showing up is I don't see that. Yeah, I'm trying to get something about the surroundings, what's around you. I'm seeing that it's in a very busy environment. It could be that you're just walking down the street. It could be that you see this person, they're doing something or they're behaving in a way that is inappropriate. And then you are compelled to say something to this individual. That is what you need to avoid. Okay? That is what may get you into trouble. I mean, a lot of these situations can be translated differently. Really depends on how far you're willing to take things. But again, the messages that are coming through is to avoid, at least try to avoid anything and just be on your way. You are receiving a package early on in the week. Everything sort of becomes, is obvious at the very start of the week. You'll notice how I've said that in the previous messages, as well as this one that I'm about to talk to you about. This may be a nice surprise, and it's from somebody that you have not heard from or seen in a very long time. It's a really beautiful gift that you're being given. Which it might trigger something inside of you to feel differently about what's been going on. There are a lot of things that are sort of jumping into your week ahead that mess with your emotions. Can be good, can be tricky. I don't want to say that it's bad. I think sometimes, you may feel as though you need to step away from what is or what has become the norm for you, and to be able to reset, to center, recenter, to be able to balance out your emotions, self, and this would help you. Perhaps taking your frustration down in other ways might even help. There's a lot that is most likely going to trigger you this week. Learn to control that. And if you're not sure how to do that, then look into, there are certain types of ways that can help you. It's going to be different for everybody. You might want to go for a run or take up some exercise. You might want to take on jiu-jitsu. I don't know, see how that goes. It just really depends on what works for you, as I said, but just being able to realize and understand where all this is coming from, and ask yourself why it's affecting you the way that it is, and what can I do to avoid having myself placed in a situation where it's detrimental to my health and well-being. If not one, then perhaps both. I'm going to do, rather than it being, I'm going to do something else, distract my brain, my mind from all the BS that's around me, because you are better than that. You don't need that. If somebody else wants to carry on, let them. There's no better feeling than walking away from somebody. You don't need to stoop to their level. You just simply walk away from that. And you don't need that in your life. It's quite simple. And it doesn't matter who they are, the people, they could be family, it could be stranger, it could be friends. You don't need people such as those types of people in your life. You can be done with that and walk away. You deserve respect. You deserve to be respected. You've dealt with enough already. Love is creeping in. I want to say this is one of the biggest parts of your reading that I'm really, really loving. That it's slow. Don't get me wrong. It's a slow release. It's slow moving. Don't take that as though it's never going to come around or it's never going to happen. It's definitely not going away. Your money is always incredible. You might have a few big chunks that you will need to withdraw from your account, but those chunks are going towards big bills. So yes, they're big. So at least they're bills. Your bills are being paid. So don't think of it as though it's a negative thing. You're paying your bills. Not many people know how to budget, all the while you are budgeting just fine. You still make money. You're still growing. Your wealth is still strong, stronger than ever. And be sure not to miss scanning your lotto ticket. If you just purchased one, you may not have done that as yet. There could be some winnings that you've missed out on, you're not aware of. I do see that you're working incredibly hard. Your hard work does not go unnoticed, believe me. Thank you, Aries.